let's avoid this thing of visiting churches. We'll end up being eaten by things that we don't know. My name is Zanele Modibetsane. I'm 43 years old and I'm from a small village in the province of Limpopo called Centtwinz. I'm a mother, I'm a sister. Actually, I'm a single parent. My mom passed away 2017. I was born and bred in a Christian family. I'm a Christian. I'm going to take you a journey of my life. Where I'm coming from, my grandmother was still alive, my mother was still alive. Nekia Sunday school, we were all going to church. I was starting Sunday school almost every day. You know, in life, you should know whom to trust, whether it's a family member, whether it's a friend, or whoever. Okay, I've started school, I think I was 6 or 7 years. I was still very, very young. The church that I was attending, it was actually a family church, not far from my home. So it was easy for me just to go to Sunday school, just to go and do 1, 2, 3. And then I used to the whole family of that church. When I started school, my uncle used to take me to school almost every day, except on the Fridays. On the Fridays, I would go by myself and come back by myself. Up until one Friday, I was coming from school, and then a brother from the church, because he was a family member and he was at church, like Malome. I used to call him Malome. So that Friday, he was waiting for me just next to the garage that we were attending our church at. He called me, Zanele, come. I had nice hair, long, nice hair. And then there was a couch. He asked me to sit on the couch. I did sit on the couch. He gave me a stock sweets, Cadbury stock sweets. That time, it was 1987. I'll never forget. Brasem started asking me what is my favorite of everything, my favorite color, my favorite car. And then I started being uncomfortable because he was touching me. He was touching me and touching me. And then he said to me, do you know all the machines that I used to go dry clean? I said, yes. He asked me, did you see the boiler? I said, yes. That boiler is very, very big. He said to me, yeah, roja moloka mo molokona o yang go dry clean go bathatswang washing and everything. Okay, so where is this going now? He started touching me, he started kissing me, he undressed my tunic, my school tunic. He took off my panty. He penetrated on me. I was still young. He put that stock sweets in my mouth. He actually did it every Friday for the whole year. He said to me, if I dare tell somebody, he will throw me in the boiler. He said to me, I'll throw you in the boiler and I will throw each and every member of your family in that boiler. I was scared to tell my parents. I was scared to tell even my uncle. One Monday, my uncle was fetching me from school. He used to put me here. And then when my uncle was putting me here, it was painful. My vagina was painful. I said to my uncle, no, don't put me there. Rather, we walk. When we get home, my uncle said to my mother, she refused me to put her here. My mother said, just leave her. There comes Monday when my mother was bathing me. When she was bathing my private part, I started crying. It's painful, mommy. It's painful, mommy. Don't touch me. It's painful. My mother said, why is it painful? I could not tell her, thinking that Malome will throw me in the boiler and will throw my whole family in that fire. My mother said, Zanele, why is it painful? I said, no, I cannot tell you. She put me on the bed, she opened my legs. Whatever that she saw there, it was not good at all. She called my grandmother, Mama, come and see. She called my auntie, sister, come and see. They asked me, Zanele, who touched you there? I said, nobody. My grandmother said, I'll beat you. You're going to tell me now who touched you there. I said, Mama, the person said, if I tell you, hell is going to break loose. And then they called my uncle. My uncle came, said, he asked me, baby, you know I protect you. I always protect you. Tell uncle who touched you there. I told my uncle who touched me there. It was so painful because that guy, he was a family member to us. I trusted him. My family trusted him. I had fear. When coming to men, I had fear. I could not trust any man anymore, even my own father, even my own uncle, even my brothers. I could not trust any man ever. That incident caused me a disease called syphilis. That it started to react, I think 4 or 5 years back. Syphilis is there. It can stay in your body for years. A few years back, I think around 2020, 2021, I started getting pimples on my face. And then I went to consult. The doctor said, no, it's just pimples. It's hormonal imbalance. And then he gave me medication for hormonal imbalance. But now, I'm not getting treated. I'll be fine for 6-7 days or 2 weeks. After 2-3 weeks, the infection is coming back. And then my vagina will start itching. And then my whole body will start itching. And then I'll end up taking herbs, drinking almost everything. Up until somebody said, are you sexually active? I said, not that much. But even though I'm sexually active, but I'm always using a condom, there's no other way I could get maybe STI or STD or whatever. And then the lady said, can you consult and ask the doctor to check syphilis? I was like, syphilis? Are you sure? She said, yes. Okay, fine. I went to the GP, a consultant. I consulted. What did she do? She took blood samples and blah, 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 up until she told me that, Zanele, you have syphilis. I was like, where did I get that from? He said, syphilis can stay in your body for years. And then it comes to my mind that, donkey years back, 3 decades back, when that guy was repeatedly raping me. I grew up, it's okay. I'm a mother now. I'm okay. I got married, I divorced. That's where life's starting to teach you lessons that in life, you don't trust no maubani. Choose whoever you trust in life. It's not easy to make friends. You don't know who really loves you. You don't know who really care about you. I think another important thing is social media. We love social media. Social media is there to entertain us on different angles. I had a friend. This friend of mine, we were working together at the bank. Up until I resigned, she stayed there. She took a transfer to another branch, another province. One day she called me, Zanele, I want us to meet for lunch. We met for lunch. How's life? Life is okay. I'm asking her, how's Limpopo? Limpopo, it's okay. And then what brings you to Joburg? Why are you here? She said, no man, I'm here, I got business, so and so. There's a friend of mine who works, go run back, go bank, go branch in Yarona. I need to go and see her. If you don't mind, you can drive me there. I drove her there, we went there. She went to KFC, said to me, go to that branch, ask for this lady, give her these papers, she knows what to do. I went to the branch, I asked for the lady was there, I gave her the papers. In less than 3 minutes, the bank was full of police. In less than 3 minutes, the bank was piling with police. They asked me, where is your friend? We want your friend. Where is your friend? I tried to call her. She could not answer my phone. my calls because she saw when police walk in the branch. I tried to call her, but no luck. She never answered my calls. They said to me, we've been looking for her for the past 7 months. We tapped her calls. We know every conversation that you've been having with her. That's why we are saying we want her, not you. Haibo. But now we're going to arrest you for bringing this kind of documents in the bank. Negligency, you were supposed to open this envelope and see what is inside. Then they showed me what was inside. I was like, oh my God. Even the magistrate mentioned that you were supposed to open that envelope and see what was inside the envelope. Now you are going to prison for something that you didn't even do. I was sentenced to 6 years. I served 3 years and get parole for another 3 years. Even today, I don't know where that friend is. I don't know her whereabouts. She never visited me in prison. She never done anything, but by the grace of God, I was out of prison after 3 years. Life went and went and went and went and went. You're from prison, there's no job. Criminal record, nobody will hire you. I was so frustrated, but I never lost hope. I had a friend from social media that I was talking to almost every day. We become friends, man. Nice friends. She would send me money. Zanele, this is 2,000 rand, buy grocery for the kids. This is 1,000 rand, buy clothes for the kids, you know. She was like giving me that allowance every week or every fortnight. Up until December 2017, my sister were about to get married. My sister said to me, let's meet go Carlton Center for lunch. I want you to drive my car. I want to go to Krugerstop and fetch another car. Okay, I went to Carlton Center. We met for lunch, and then she had to rush somewhere. You know, funny, as I was sitting there, 2 guys came approaching me. I could smell their perfume. Those guys were very handsome. They were certainly not South Africans, not Africans, but I don't know their nationality. But they were very handsome and they were dressing nicely. On my right-hand side, there were a white couple with small white girls. Those guys called me by my name, Zanele. Hi, Zanele. I said, hi, how are you? I'm okay. The other guy took out something from his pocket, something that looked like a black diamond. Of course, it was a very big black diamond. He offered me the black diamond. He offered me. I said, no, I don't want that. The guy said, but you are not working. You don't have any source of income. You really need this. I said, no, I don't need that. The guy kept on reminding me that I need that diamond. I keep on saying, no, I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't want it. Up until I started panicking. When I started panicking, the other guy said to another guy, look beside him, those guys, they're getting irritated by us. Let's go. And they were using this language that no one would understand that language. But funny, I could understand what they were saying. The other guy said, let's go. Look, those guys beside him, beside her, they're getting irritated. If we don't leave this place now, they're going to embarrass us. Immediately, they turned back, facing that side, facing the door side. You know, I'm not sure whether I should use the funny part or the sad part. Like, funny, it was one person. It was not 2 people, just one person. Not even a person, I don't know how to call it. It was something that is not from this world, something that I don't know how to call it. And then I collapsed. The white mama from that couple, immediately she took me to the bathroom. She started praying for me, Zanele, wake up, Zanele, wake up. I was wet, my whole body was wet. She sent her husband to the shops to buy me at least jeans and a top because I was wet, my body was wet. They started praying for me, and then I woke up. The reason I fainted is because of the scent, a scent meaning a perfume. They were smelling something that I cannot even, I don't know what was it. That's how I fainted, because I'm asthmatic. Guys, we need to be careful on whom we trust. We need to be careful. Days went by. The very same friend invited me to her church, a well-known big church in South Africa. She told me to dress up. She actually sent me money for shopping to go and buy a nice dress to come to her church. I went to her church. Nothing is happening in that church. It's just announcement. Like, do you know? What I'm trying to say is, in life, it's very important to know where you are, especially in churches. Stay in your church, understand your church, know the value of your church. When you visit another church, know what church is that, what are they doing? Because badimo ke ba different. Rena le badimo ba different. Rena le modimo, rena le badimo. Go etela kereke, you should know gore kereke eo ba rapela modimo mo feng. I went to that church. Everybody was happy to see me up until after church, where she said to me, go to the visitors room. They're waiting for you just for juice and cakes. I went to the visitors room. There were 5 women. They know my name already. They were happy to see me. They offered me a juice with biscuits. When I look inside the juice, you know, as Christians, we have this thing of seeing things that people cannot see. It's in us. Not everybody is having that gift. No. When I looked into that juice, I could see that there is something on top of that juice. Obviously, if I drank that juice, it's either I was going to collapse or anything, but it wasn't a poison. Something that to tranquilize me, to sleep or drug me or something. Immediately I said to those women, no, thank you. I'm actually painting. This is not my time to eat. I'll eat later. And then the other mama said to me, what are you eating? We can organize you fast. I said, no, I'm going to eat later at home. They got irritated, those women. Up until they leave me in that room. One by one, they left. One by one, they left. Up until the sun set. The voices, the noise, the cars, everybody went home, everybody left. I left alone in that room. It's starting to be dark now. I took out my phone. I wanted to call my friend. Friend, where are you? Immediately, suddenly, there was no network coverage. When I tried to open the door, there's no handle. Inside the room, there's no handle. I tried to open the curtain. I tried to open the window. No handles on the windows. It's just a glass covered with a very nice curtain. I started praying. I started calling God. I started praying. I went to the bathroom. There's a small window. I said, no, Zanele, you cannot go out of that window. That window is very small. I went back to that room. I started praying. Only dog barks and the sensor light. It was so quiet. I was so scared. I've never been so scared like that in my life. I knew something wrong was going to happen, but I didn't know what is it. I keep on checking network coverage on my phone, but there was nothing. A friend brought me to this church. She left me like this. I cannot contact her. She never came and looked for me after church. She left me. I went to that window. I could hear a voice saying, take your bag and go out of that window. I went out of that window. The dogs, the sensor light, they couldn't see me. I left, I ran after behind the church. There was electric fence, but funny, there was a hole on the fence that I came under. From the main road, I didn't know where to go, left or right, left. I was so scared. I was even having my shoes on my hand. I could see Carlton Center, but it was far. I said, okay, mean that Joburg is this side. I went and stand the other side. When I hit hike, cars were just passing and passing. Up until after 30 minutes, one car stood there. They asked me, where are you going? I said, Joburg. The mama said, what are you doing here? I had to lie and said, I had a fight with my boyfriend. He just came and left me here. I was so scared to tell the truth because I don't know whether they are members of that church or what. Guys, it's very important to know your church. It's not nice to go and visit churches that you don't know. You'll end up in trouble. When we get to Joburg, they called Uber for me. I went home. When I get home, I was traumatized. I was, in the morning, 8:30, my phone rang. One of those women said to me, how did you escape? I said, no, I didn't escape. Modimo nna ke mo rapelang modimo wa Israel, modimo wa Daniel, modimo wa Meshach, Shadrach le Abednego. Lo honi bile modimo wa ka o ntshitse ka mo lena be le nagana gore nka sitso ke tswile. That woman said to me, you have to come back here, Gary. No, if you keep on calling me, I'm going to embarrass you and embarrass your church. I called that friend of mine. How can you leave me like that? Go kerekeng ya gago. I know I had to rush somewhere, but you were supposed to tell me or come and fetch me because but you left me there to die. Guys, even today, I don't know what was going to happen in that church. Let's avoid this thing of visiting churches. We'll end up in trouble. We'll end up being eaten by things that we don't know, or killed, or whatever case might be. If you visit a church, be sure about that church whereabout. Otherwise, you'll end up like me, in a room whereby there was no light, no door handle, no network coverage. You can't even do anything. So today I just want to share my story with. Hi, my name is Zanele Modibetsane, and I have been through the most.